This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
La 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 la.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the shop cause I'm faded. Honey's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight. The summertime skirts and the guys ain't canine. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hit a party. Say, I'm kind of buzzed and it's all because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does.
This is how we do it.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
This is how we do it.
Let's flip the track, bring the old school back.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. All hands are in the air and wave from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player, you see the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big black truck. You can get yours in a 6-4. Whatever it is, the party's underway. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hear the party say, I'm kind of buzzed, so because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does.
This is how we do it.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
This is how we do it.
Let's flip the track, bring the old school back.
This is how we do it.
I'm kind of buzzed, so because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does. Nobody does. YNB, FCC.
This is how
My
we do it.
homies, I'll never come back on an old school track.
This is how we do
Check
it.
it out. Once upon a time in 94, Montel make no money and life show was slow. And all they said was 6'8" he stood. And people thought the music that he made was good. Then let the DJ and Paul was his name. He came up to money, this is what he said. You and OG are gonna make some cash. Sell 1 million records and we're making the dash. Oh, I'm buzzing because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
This is how we do it.
I'll never come whack on an old school track. I'm kind of buzzed, so because South Central does it like nobody does. Nobody does. Oh, it's party time.
This is how we do it.
Straight up coming from the west side.
This is how we do it.
Oh, geez, got the flavor. Yeah. And money does it like nobody does. Yeah. Come on now, Def Jam. You know that this is how we do it.
Hey everyone, give me 1 second, make sure it pauses. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone had a good day. It was hotter than Hades here today, and it was so humid. It was like you were in a sauna. It was so gross. And I wasn't, oh, damn it, the wrong mic. Hang on. I don't know why it does that. Every time I go live, it resets to the tin can microphone. I don't get it, but we should be good now. My mic should be good now. But it was so muggy. I did get out for a little while, but no, thank you. No, thank you. So we're just here. I'm going to play. I have some 90s tunes that I put together. I tried to make it flow as much as possible, but my playlist initially was all over the place, which I guess it still is, because I have some Foxy Brown, Matchbox 20, We have some Green Day, Nirvana, lots of different things. So I tried to make it flow as well as possible. And if time allows, which it should, if you have any 90s songs that you want to hear, let me know and I will try to get them for you. So, and then I did find a video, which it looks like I closed the window, Emmy. But I do have an article up about things from the 90s that millennials just can't understand. So I thought that would be fun to look at, and then we'll just see where that goes from there. So I saw Bella was here first, Lunatic, Marie. Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. And a lot of the songs I picked for tonight remind me of college because I graduated high school in 96. So some of them are before 96, but like a lot of them remind me of college. So that's why I picked the ones I did. And then I did get some requests from other people, so I added those to my list. Hey, Curious. And I'm glad I saw Curious. So if you haven't seen my community post on my main channel, I was just thinking about things that made me laugh during live streams. And I totally forgot that in reviewing Bullhorn Betty one day, the live stream was actually a serious one. She was attacking Dylan Mortensen, who was a surviving roommate of the Idaho 4 who were murdered. And so it was a serious thing that I was calling out Bullhorn Betty for attacking a survivor. And at one point of the live stream, there was like this squeak. And Bash was my co-host at the time. And I had said, "Did you hear that squeak?" And she just giggled a little tiny bit. And I just lost it. Then the chat lost it. We like slowed it down. So if you need a laugh, if you're having a bad day and you need a laugh, check that out because it was so funny. It was funny. And I was glad I remembered that because it made me laugh all over again. So thanks for being here, Curious Teaching. Good to see you. Popcorn, Grain, JS. And I saw your comment as Montel was singing, and I was like, man, I should have picked Rollin' with My Homies. But I don't know if that was necessarily... Well, no, it would have been, because it was from Clueless, which, if you notice, I have Cher as my avatar, because Clueless was one of the best movies of the 90s, I think. So, and I believe American Pie was also in the 90s. Let me look that up quick. I'm pretty sure it was like 99, maybe? Yeah, 1999. Holy crap. So that's going to be 30 years in 3 years. Crazy. 1999 was American Pie. JS says, I prefer the 80s, but I'm old, so. Hey, Hoodies Crowbar. This is how we do it. Yeah. And let's see. Nanny, good to see you. Oh, we had a pretty good rain, and it cooled down probably like 13 degrees, which is nice. Nanny got rain too. Yeah. Same, Marie. I'm all over the place too. But I was trying to stay in the 90s, and it's just like there's so many different songs, but I didn't want it to be like really. I needed it to mesh well, and it's kind of hard to get things to mesh well when they're so different. They're so different. All right. Hey, Pookie, thanks for being here. I hope you feel better. JS says, when it's this hot, I only go out for ice pack swap on the swamp coolers. Yeah, the AC's been getting a workout lately. Hey, Coddle, thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, the movies, 10 Things I Hate About You. And so I wanted Cruel to Be Kind. Because Cruel to Be Kind was in 10 Things I Hate About You. But that wasn't a 90s song. So I'm like, man, that stinks. But that's a really good movie. She's All That, which, speaking of She's All That, was her name was, the actress's name was Rachel something, I believe. She's on Hallmark Channel now. I was at my parents', I think last weekend it was, and they were watching Hallmark, and I was like, "Hey, she was in She's All That." So she's on Hallmark, and then today I stopped at my parents' house, and the pool boy from Desperate Housewives, I think his name is Jesse. Is it Jesse something? He's on Hallmark Channel now too. So I was like, wow, look at all these people from these older movies. And She's the Man, was that, what was her name? Amanda Bynes. She's the Man, right? It was about soccer. She dressed up as a boy in order to play soccer. Do I dance? No. The only time I dance is when, well, I haven't danced in a long time. In college, I would dance when I was drunk. That's about it. I'm too self-conscious, so no. Hey, Wise Angel, thanks for being here. Hey, Sinner, how's it going? Oh, good, Pookie, I'm glad. Kingpin was my favorite comedy. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Caudle? I don't think I've ever seen that. All right, so I'm all caught up. Go figure. So I think we'll start with this article, and then I'll play another song. And like I said, if any of you have anything that you want to hear, just drop it in chat, and I will try to find it for you and play it. I will say, I listened back to our stream from last week, and it was really freaking good. It was really freaking good. Like the music was like, it was kind of everywhere as well, but it flowed well, and it was really fun. So thank you for those of you who were here last week. It was really good. I liked it a lot. So I was like, why not? Rachel Lee Cook. Thank you. That's it. Okay. She was married to Daniel Gillies, who played Elijah on the originals. I don't know who that is. But she's on Hallmark Channel now. Backstreet Boys, As Long as You Love Me. I was gonna open today with a New Kids on the Block. I was gonna do Step by Step, but it just didn't go with, I don't know, it just wasn't the mood, I guess I made. But yeah. We're gonna end the show with Matchbox 20. And I believe I've played that song before that I have. All right, so let me add this to, so this article, I was looking for different videos that maybe we could watch, but none of the ones I found were really what I wanted them to be. So I was like, I'll just find something to read. So this was from 2024. And so 11 things from the 90s that my teens just can't understand, which I would assume are millennials. So it says, my 3 kids love to remind me that I was born in the 1900s. So a few years ago, when Top Gun Maverick came out and we were all going to see it at the theater, and I told them they should watch, these damn ads are so distracting and I can't pause it. Oh my gosh, sorry. I told them they should watch the first one. They said, we're not going to watch something from the 1900s. Of course, I laughed. Silently, though, because they clearly don't need any more encouragement. It's not uncommon for them to ask me to tell them a story about the way life was back then. And while they admit those days look and seem magical when they hear my stories or see videos, there are a few things they can't seem to wrap their head around, no matter how well I try and explain it to them. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of a college photo right here. Hey, Summer, how are you? And Google's already holding hearts in the chat of all things. Yeah, as if. And Legally Blonde actually was a very good movie too. So, number one, the internet wasn't readily available. Trying to explain the sound that used to come from my huge desktop computer in the 90s is almost impossible. And my kids can't understand why it would take so long to connect to the internet either. It's so readily available now unless you're in a dead area, but our kids know all of the dead areas and avoid them like the plague. They can't grasp the fact that the internet and phone go through a landline because to them, the phone line and internet are pretty much the same thing. And I remember, you'd have to be on dial-up, and then if someone called, you would get kicked off, which would be very annoying. Or you would try to connect and someone was on the phone. It was so frustrating. So frustrating. Oh, you're cleaning your closet? That doesn't sound very good. TLC. What did TLC say? Trying to find. Oh, Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I like a few songs by Backstreet Boys. I like I Want It That Way. I think that's my favorite. Number 2, Blockbuster. This one makes me sad because there was something about going to Blockbuster or any video store on a Friday night in the 90s that was magical. Even if you came home empty-handed, it was fun to go in, see who was there, try and decide what movie to get and whose card you were going to use. I don't know, sitting on the sofa and looking through Netflix or Amazon Prime for a half hour trying to decide what to watch just isn't the same. And we had, when I was growing up, there was a really small video store down the street from my grandma. And I remember they had like it wasn't really an adult section, like, the triple X adult. It was more of like Elvira and, movies that were kind of scary. And I remember always like thinking, wow, I wish I could watch that. But we weren't allowed. So Marie says, I had my own bedroom line with call waiting, caller ID, and a see-through phone. My mom worked for the phone company and I knew the options and tricks before her. Yeah, we had, so my parents' house was 2 stories. And so there was a phone downstairs and a phone upstairs. The phone upstairs was a rotary and the phone was in my parents' room. And my sister and I never had phones in our rooms. So we would have to somehow like organize when we were going to be using the phone. And so, like if one of her friends called and they would talk forever and it's like, well, what about like, I need to call my friends. And it was this back and forth. And then one of my best friends lived down the hill from me. So I would just go to her house, but it's so different now compared to what it was. So different. And Blockbuster, I do think that was, going there and like looking and seeing what movies were out. But then if the movie you wanted wasn't there, it was like, now what? We have to pick a different one. And there was Blockbuster, and wasn't there another one? I feel like there was another video store. I feel like there was another one for some reason. Yeah, teaching, Rotary. Yeah. And then downstairs was, it was like those, like the oblong ones. So that was the downstairs phone. But then once they came out with cordless phones, they did get a cordless phone. Hey, London girl, how are you? I love the 90s. My kids think I was so lucky growing up in the 90s. I think so too. No, not Family Video. Unless it, let me see. I'm just going to Google it quick. Hollywood Video. I just Googled it. It was Hollywood Video. That was the other one. Yep. So Blockbuster and then Hollywood Video. And then our local grocery store here, well, it's not really local. You have to drive like 15 minutes, but they had a video section at the grocery store. So that was kind of cool. Movie gallery. Marie said my parents didn't want me on their phone for hours. Maybe. And it sucked too because, like, you know, it was in my parents' room. So if they were going to bed, it was like tough luck. Deal with it. You know? Oh, well. Hey, Twisty. Not the 90s, but remember when Netflix was a mail rental DVD service? Yes, I do. And for me, I just thought it was so cool because, you know, you get to send them back and then you got one back in the mail. And I don't know, it was just exciting. Like, it was good mail to get. It wasn't like, well, I mean, I was in college, so it wasn't like I was getting a lot of bills, but it was fun. And then you could, you know, when you're done, send it back and then you get another one. It was really cool. All right, so I think we're gonna play a song, and I don't know which one I have next. We'll kind of read, and then I'll play a song. I think I have Green Day next. Actually, let's see. Yes, I do. No, Montel, we don't want you right now. We don't want you. Okay. So let me get rid of this article. Why is this? What StreamYard? What are you doing? Is it lagging on your end too? Like, StreamYard just took forever to change my screen. Okay, so here's Green Day.
I heard you crying loud all the way across sound. You've been searching for that someone that is.
London Girl, yes. I had New Kids on the Block Step by Step as my intro song, but it didn't really go with the rest of the songs on the list, so I put it into a list for a different time. Because I wanted Hangin' Tough, but Hangin' Tough was in the 80s, not the 90s. So I wanted to try to keep everything consistent with that. Oh, me too, Twisty. Jonathan was my favorite. My sister, I'm trying to think. I think my sister was Jordan. But now that they're all older, I think Donnie is the best looking one. Hollywood turned into movie gallery. I've never heard that. Before it went bust, I remember you could still use your Hollywood card. Hey, Cheese, what's going on? Good to see you.
Well, don't get lonely now. And try your white eyes. I'm just hoping for the moment. Sneaks above my guts attention. So upside you've been thinking about ditching me. No time that sends the world around. 'Cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. I heard it all before. So don't knock at my door. I'm a loser and you user, so it's only no accuser to try and slag me down because I know you're right. So go do what you like. Make sure you do it right. You may find out that yourself don't think something was everywhere. You can't go forcing something if it's just not right. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. When I come around. When I come around. When I come around. All right, so I was reading Marie's comment. I totally forgot about those 900 numbers. I mean, now you just have, like OnlyFans or the other site, Cornhub. The 1900 psychic line bill put an end to my phone ordering. Over 900 to a lady that probably lied a lot to me. My mom was so upset and embarrassed. The church-going manager at the phone company. And so, I mean, there was a lot of different 900 numbers. There were like the psychic lines. There was the other lines that, weren't very child-friendly. I totally forgot about that. Those were advertised all the time. Those 900 numbers. Oh no. What did Sinner say? I missed it. And just an all messages reminder, I noticed that I was on top messages, so I'm guessing I probably missed a lot of things. I fell backwards out of a second-story window to this song, The Good Old Days. And I would be in a full body cast if it happened today, right? Speaking of, oh my gosh, so off topic. This isn't about the 90s, but the one kitten I have, Louise, she I let her out to run around when I'm cleaning. And so I decided to just sit for a little bit and read my book while she was running around. All of a sudden, I feel these claws on my leg. And I had just put my shorts on. It hurt so bad. And it looks like, I mean, she tore me up and it wasn't her fault, but it's bad. It's bad. And then because she went to jump and she couldn't jump high enough, so her nails just went down my thigh. It hurt like hell. And if that ever happens to you, let it bleed. Let it bleed because it gets all the whatever out, and then clean it out with alcohol, soap and water, etc. Nanny says, I fell on ice 2 times last winter. I don't bounce back like I used to. I felt that the next day. Oh, I fell on the ice this past winter, and it was caught on ring cam. A few of my mods saw the video. It was just like, I was just walking along, and then, boop, there I went. I used the snowbank to stand back up. All right, so we'll do another song. This is Nirvana. I don't know if Lunatic was listening, so hopefully she still is, because I know she loves Nirvana. So we'll play this, and then I'll read some more of that article. It was very graceful. It was. Maybe standing up wasn't as graceful, but it definitely was a very graceful fall. And I forget just what today. So yeah, yes, it makes me smile. I found it hard. It's hard to find a well, whatever, never
Good one. Good one. Yeah, JS 1990. I just Googled it because I'm like, wow, I didn't think it was that long ago. So I Googled when that song was, and it was 1990. Almost 40 years. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, so getting back to the 11 things from the 90s that millennials don't understand. So, number 3, cassette tapes or VHS. So the author says, my kids have seen a few of my cassette tapes or VHS tapes, and they stare at them and wonder. My youngest has even taken a hammer to one so he can try and make sense of it. Kids these days will have no idea the patience it took to fast forward or rewind one of those babies to your favorite part in the movie or your favorite song. And that's the thing, having to rewind, and you would make like the mixtapes, and then for me at least, there was only like 1 or 2 songs that I really wanted to hear. So even on CD now, in my car, even today, there's songs that I love that I'll listen to over and over, but then there's those other songs that are like, so I just skip over them. You wouldn't be able to do that until CDs came out. And then, with cassettes, you had to just rewind. Same with VHS. Yes, be kind, rewind. And there was the grocery store I was talking about. They actually, if you didn't rewind, they would like charge your account. It was wild. It's just respect. You know what I mean? Like, just rewind it. Looking back on cassette tapes and VHS tapes, they sucked. Yeah, they did. But I mean, then it was like, that's all we knew. So it's like, yeah, it's frustrating, but at the same time, it's all we had. Yeah, putting a pencil in it to fix the tape. I can't. I know. Oh my gosh. Or it would get bent. So then even when you use the pencil to get it back in there, if there was a little crease in it, you had to like take it out and go past that part in order to get the rest of it to play. Lily says, I had a separate VHS rewinder. Actually, I think we might have. It was like kind of rectangular, and like it would open up kind of like a cassette player. It would pop open, and then you would put the VHS in there, and then you would just rewind it. Yeah, London Girl. Or on the radio, so there was always the top 10 at 10. And so you would want to, get your songs recorded. And so you'd have to get it right at the right spot and hit like, I don't remember the buttons, but it was like play and record at the same time. And if you were a little late, you like missed part of it. When is the last time you saw a cassette tape on the side of the road? I don't even have a time frame for that. And I don't know, I think I might still have my cassette tapes at my parents' house. I know years ago my mom was like, you need to get your stuff out of here. I was like, okay. And then I never did. I feel like I might have donated them, but if not, they're still upstairs. And I had this, it was like a cassette holder. Like you would have all your cassettes, and it was like there was 3 rows that you pulled out, the drawers, and I would have them alphabetical order so I'd know where they were. And they're still in that holder. So Twisty says, I still remember the song that played on the radio every morning I woke up for school. What was that song? Casey Kasem. I loved Casey Kasem. Speaking of, in MTV, that's when MTV actually had, why do I keep saying actually? God, I need to get that out of my vocabulary. That's when MTV played music videos, and it wasn't all this, reality TV stuff. I don't know what the last time I watched MTV was. I mean, I haven't had cable for at least 10 years. How long have I been in my house? Like 15, 16 years? So yeah, almost 20 years I haven't had cable. London Girl says, in my school, we used to love the idea of American high schools. Even watching some of the videos, like every so often I'll see on YouTube a short will go by, like, what it was like in the 90s, and you see like the hair, and kids were actually talking to each other face to face and not texting or using other, like, just not even socializing, like text talk. That's how they write now too. Like they will use text talk in their work, and it's like, well, obviously we know what IDK means, but you need to write the words. Downtown Julie Brown. And then there was another one. Who was the other? There was another female. I just remember Road Rules. And was it Eric? What was his last name? Eric Neese? And Pedro. Pedro was my favorite. Rest in peace, Pedro. Tamagotchis. And so, Froggy, you mentioned that. So I use Gemini to make my thumbnail, and I just said, put the word nostalgia in whatever color I picked, white, I think, because I had it hot pink initially, but it didn't go with the background, so I had it changed to white. And I just said, make a background that's reminiscent of 90s nostalgia. And that's what it did. I was like, wow. And Tamagotchi was on there. Kennedy, thank you. That was her. Okay, Carson Daly. And whenever I think of Carson Daly, because now he's on, I think he's on Good Morning. Is he on Good Morning America? No, he's on the Today Show. So whenever I see Carson Daly, I think of the Limp Bizkit song, or not Limp Bizkit, Eminem, where he says, Christina Aguilera, between Carson Daly and Fred Durst, who she gave blank to first. All right, so we're going to get to another song. Actually, we'll do 2 songs. So the next one is by Digital Planets, and then we have the Verve Pipe. And the reason the Verve Pipe is in this is because my freshman year of college, my freshman year of college, this song was played a lot. I actually, in college, I was a radio DJ for the college radio station. I need to find the cassette tape that actually has one of my shows on it, because I did record it. I don't even know if I'd be able to still listen to it if I found it. I'd have to find a cassette player somewhere to hear it. But I remember this song before it was released to, mainstream radio stations. The college radio stations would always get the promo or whatever it's called. Same thing with Hanson. Hanson's Bop, I heard before it was released to mainstream radio stations. But the Verve Pipe, the freshman, there was one of the kids that went to my college, there was a party, and he never came home that night. And so that song was playing, and it just reminds me of when he was found. He was found several days later, deceased downriver. So, and I also like the song, but like I said, a lot of these remind me of college. So yeah, it was fun. Never did I think I would do that, but my freshman year of college, because when you fill out the surveys for college, like when I was in high school, I would go to bed by, 10:30. I didn't really party. I wanted to get good grades, and I didn't do a lot of I won't say bad stuff, but I knew I would get my ass kicked if I did anything over the top. So anyways, I filled out the survey, and I ended up, my first college roommate, man, she was something else. She would deliberately eavesdrop on phone conversations. She would put her headphones on like she wasn't listening, but then you could tell she was listening. She was terrible, absolutely terrible. So by mid-year, I got a new roommate. And thank God I did, because my new roommate was amazing. Her nickname was Gumby, even better. And she was part of the college radio station. So she's like, "You should try it, Emmy." I'm like, nah. Well, she's like, just come hang out. So I did, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I did, and I did it for several years. I think my senior year, I stopped doing it. But from freshman year to junior year, I DJ'd the college radio station. Find your old cassette and VHS machines. They're getting expensive to buy. Get them cleaned. I don't even think my parents still have theirs. Maybe in the basement, but I doubt it. I feel like we just got rid of everything. Okay, anyways, let me stop yapping. So let me get to this one. So we're going to do, as I said, we're going to play the Digital Planets and then the Verve Pipe. And then we'll read a couple more things from the article that I have. And keep telling me your stories. This is so fun. Lily, I have one on cassette tape. Where it is, I haven't a clue. Actually, I think I might actually know where it is. I need to stop saying actually. What the hell is wrong with me? I never say that word, and tonight I'm saying it more than ever. I have it. I think I might know where it is. And I'm actually, while this song is playing, I'm going to go look. But yes, I do have a recording of it.
like the breeze, float straight out of our lids. Them, they got booed by these hard rock Brooklyn kids. Us floor rush when they DJ booming classics. You dig the crew on the fattest hip hop record. He touched the kinks and sinks into the sounds. She frequents deep, fatter joints called undergrounds. Our funk zooms like you hit the Mary Jane. They flock to booms, man, boogie had to change. Who freaks the clips with mad amount percussion? Where kinky hair goes to unthought of dimensions. Why is it so fly? Cause hip-hop kept some drama. When Butterfly rocked the light blue suede Pumas. What by the cut? We push it off the corner. How was the buzz entire hip-hop era? Was fresh and back since they started saying Audi. Cause funk's made fat from right beneath my hood. The pooba of the styles like miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. 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 I'm cool.
We be the chocolates, tax on my raps. She innovates after sweeter cat naps. He at the funk club with the vibrate. Them they be crazy down with the 5 link. It can kick a plan, then a crowd burst. Me, I be digging it with the bug verse. Us, we be freaking till dawn, peace and I. He gets a stranger smile, so I say hi.
What's up?
Who understood? Yeah, understood the plans. Him heard of it and put it to his hands. What I just flip, let borders get loose. How to consume all the beaches like juice. If it's the shit, we'll lift it off the plastic. The babes will go spastic. Hip hop is a classic. Pimp playing sharp, it don't matter. I'm fatter, axe butter, how I zone.
Man, Cleopatra Jones.
And I'm chill like that. 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 I'm chill.
We get you free, cause the clips be fat for us. Them dug the jams and commenced to going off. She sweats the beats and asked me cause she puff it. Me, I got crew kids, 7 and a crescent. Us cause a buzz when a nickel bets a dope. Him, that's my man with the asteroid belt. They catch a fizz from the Mr. Doodle Big. He rocks a tee from the Brooklyn 9 pigs. The rebirth is slick like my gangster stroll. The lyrics just like Luke come in stacks and rolls. You used to find the bug in a box with Dave. Now he boogies up your stage, plats twist the braids. And I'm peace like that. 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 I'm peace.
Check it out, man. I groove like that. I'm smooth like that. I jive like that. I roll like that.
Yeah, I'm thick like that. I stack like that. I'm down like that. I'm black like that.
Yo, I funk like that. I'm fat like that. I'm in like that cause I swing like that.
We jazz like that. We freak like that. We zoom like that. We out. We out. We out.
And thank you so much, everybody, coming in. I did see SoFlo and Flight Attendant came in a little late. Hey, Smokin', good to see you. And anyone else that I may not have seen. Hey, Lunatic, welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully you got to hear your song that I played for you. Ace of Base. That was another one I thought about, but I was like, eh. All right, so here is the Verve Pipe. And don't worry, it's gonna kick back up. This is a slow song, I know, but we got Notorious B.I.G. next. So we'll read a little bit of the article, and then we're gonna get into some B.I.G. and Foxy Brown. Like I said, it's all over the place today.
When I was young, I knew everything. She a punk who rarely ever took advice. Now I'm guilt-stricken, sobbing with my head on the floor, stopping baby's breath and a shoe full of rice. No, can't be held responsible. She was touching her face. I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. My best friend took a week's vacation to forget her. This girl took a week's worth of Valium and slapped, and now he's guilt-stricken, sobbing with his head on the floor. Thinks about her now and how he never really wept, he said. Can't be held responsible. She was touching her face. I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. We tried to wash our hands of all of this. We never talk of a lack in relationships and how we're guilt-stricken, sobbing with our hands on the floor. We fell through the ice when we tried not to slip, we'd say it. Can't be held responsible. She was touching her face. And I won't be held responsible. She fell in love in the first place. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. For the life of me, I cannot remember what made us think that we were wise and we never compromised. For the life of me, I cannot believe we'd ever die for these sins. We were merely freshmen. We were merely freshmen. We were only freshmen.
All right. Such a good song. I know it's very, very calm and it's a very emotional song too. Flight attendant says, "Thanks, Emmy. I needed this to get through the airport tonight." Well, you're welcome. She says, "In the 90s, I only listened to rap like Brother Lynch, Hung, and rappers from San Francisco." Hey, Nicole B. Added to playlist. Haven't heard this in years. Yeah, this was, this one and Matchbox 20 were the two that I knew were definitely going to be on the list. And I also had a song by Dave Matthews, but it was a little too slow. So I have a playlist of like music lives maybe that I created because, I think I started with 16 songs on this list and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to play 16 songs for my live stream. Hey Doodles, thanks for being here. And JS says the Tupac murder trial will be televised by Court TV. I will definitely check that out. I don't think I'll cover it, but it will be interesting to watch, I think. Okay, so let's go back to this article. So the next two things that this author talked about. So again, there's 11 things. We're on number 4. I'm going to read 4 and 5. So number 4, having no idea who was calling. Before there was caller ID, we just picked up the phone, even though we had no idea who would be on the other end. Would it be for our mother, the school, the boy we had a crush on that we'd hoped would call, a telemarketer? Back then, we had blind faith, and the sound of the phone ringing was so exciting, we'd fight with our siblings over who was going to answer it. Now, my kids refuse to make phone calls because, quote, it's so much easier to snap someone, end quote. And I feel like, I don't know if I would run to the phone. They would usually, because my sister and I would most likely be upstairs in our room, so my parents would answer, and then they'd yell up, either Emmy or my sister's name and say, phone. "20-foot coiled cord." And that was even the worst, when you had the coiled cord and then it got, it would get bent, or instead of going the way it was supposed to, it was all tangled up and it would get knotted. And the rotary phone that my parents had upstairs, that cord wasn't very long at all. So they had a little stool. So they had this little nightstand, and in the middle part is where the phone was. And then they had a little bench that you would sit on, and we had to sit there and talk in their room. So when they were ready to go to bed, or they wanted to, us to get out, well, too bad. Figure it out. So that's number 4. Number 5, writing notes. Instead of snapping or texting or Instagramming, we took an actual writing utensil to a piece of paper and spilled our deepest thoughts to our friends or boyfriend, girlfriend. The real trick was trying to pass it in class so the teacher wouldn't catch you, or finding them in between classes to get your precious message to them. Me and my friends, because we had locked lockers, and there's those grates in them. So we would put the grates, or put the note through the grates so it would go in the locker. And then once I got, I think, senior year, I didn't use a lock anymore, because I'm like, there's nothing in there. If somebody wants to steal my books, go ahead. There was a way that you could jimmy rig the top of the locker so that there was a space in there. So you could put, I almost said it again, I caught myself. You could put the note up inside the top of the locker so no one would see it. And that way, someone wouldn't go in your locker and take it and be like, oh, look what Emmy wrote, blah, 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 blah. Did anybody fold their notes like the triangles? There was triangle, and then there was one where you would fold it in half, and then you would take one of the corners and fold it up so it made a diagonal. And then you would go to the other end, fold it, and then you could tuck the triangle part inside the thing. It's hard. I feel like I'm not explaining, but I'm sure there's a video showing how to fold a note back in the 90s. The triangle notes with messages, yeah. Or what were they? It was you had things written on it. So you would pick a number, and then you would take the paper and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then wherever it landed, you would flip the thing up, and then that was the answer. Or the game MASH, where you could say your house, the boy you had a crush on, how much money you made. And I don't even know how I don't know how we would go through it. I don't know if we would pick a number and then you would just count. I don't remember how we actually played MASH, but I remember MASH. Lily says, I missed my pager. I never had one of those. I never had a pager. My sister had a beeper. I didn't, though. JS says, I just taught my granddaughter to make those paper fortune teller things a few months ago. Yeah. It's like all this, you know, like it was so creative. Doodle says, those notes were worth a trip to the hall. Yep. Oh, Cheese had a pager too. Okay. London Girl says we didn't have lockers. I'm missing a lot of messages. I'm sorry, y'all. You guys are talking a lot. Payphones. That was in one of the videos I had. Payphones was one of the things that it was, you know, like things that existed in the 90s, but not so much anymore. And we had a payphone at the high school. And when we needed a ride home, we would call my parents' collect. And when, you know, the recording, we'd be like, come pick us up. So when they got the call and the recording was like, they would hear us say, come pick us up. And then they'd know to leave and come pick us up. So we wouldn't have to pay the quarter or whatever it was. Call them. Hey, B Mama. Brandy, I got to remember it's you. You'd write out the word MASH, then your friend would pick, oh, number 1 to 10. Okay, that's what I don't remember. I didn't remember what you would do, but then you would count, and then you would, once you'd cross it off, and then you would, you know, do it again, and then finally there was one for each. Man, now I'm thinking about slam books. Anybody else have slam, SLAM books, slam books? I still have my slam book somewhere. I'm going to have to find that. Man, talk about blast from the past. That was middle school, so that would have been late 80s, early 90s. London Girl says, American schools are so fancy. That's why we used to dream about them. Some schools are fancy. Some schools are definitely fancy. Lily says, I remember text messages were 10 cents per text. I don't know if I had a cell phone at that point. Because the first cell phone I had was like the one, I just remember seeing one like it on Saved by the Bell. It was like a big boxy thing, and you could only use it really to call in emergencies. And you couldn't text or anything on that. I would send all of you to the hall. No. Never. Okay, so I didn't plan on being on here for more than 90 minutes. So let's see. Let's go to. Oh, actually, I said it again. I need to come up with a different word. Okay. So we'll do 2 more songs, and then let me just see. So 2. Okay, I'm gonna just read. So we're gonna do another song or 2 songs. I'm gonna read just number 10 and 11. I looked ahead in the article. The ones in between aren't like great. So I'll read 10 and 11, and then we will end this. There's gonna be 2 songs that I don't get to, but that's okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might be able to get more than a couple in. All right, so we're going to kind of change gears now. We're going to, this next one, Hypnotize, I think is one of the best songs ever. And it was also in the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. When Kat got a little inebriated and was dancing on the table and hit her head on the chandelier, Hypnotize was playing. So it reminds me of that movie a lot. Doodle says we let glue dry on our fingers and peel it off. Yes, that was elementary school for me. It was the coolest thing ever. Highlights, I remember that. They still have highlights too. When my niece and nephew were younger, I ordered highlights for them. Okay, so here we go. Here is some Biggie. And then I'm going to play Foxy Brown. So I will tell you ahead of time, it's not the clean version. So it's a little feisty. But Foxy Brown was my girl in college. So I had to play a song by her.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average. Papa twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink Gators, my Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there every night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls walk to us, wanna do us, screw us. Who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch, stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily. Recently, niggas frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace. Packing, asking who want it. You got it, nigga flaunt it. That Brooklyn bullshit, we on it.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I put hoes in NY onto DKNY. Miami, DC, prefer Versace.
That's right.
All Philly hoes know it's Moschino. Every cutie with the booty, boy, the coochie. Now who's the real dookie? Meaning who's really the shit? Them niggas ride dicks. Frank White push the 6 on the Lexus LX 4.5. Bulletproof glass tips if I want some ass. Gon' blast squeeze first, ask questions last. That's how most of these so-called gangsters pass. At last, a nigga rapping about blunts and broads, tits and bras, menage a trois, sex and expensive cars, and still leave you on the pavement. Condo paid for, no car payment. At my arraignment, no for the plaintiff. Your daughter's tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I stay filthy. Richer than richer, so you niggas come and get. Come on.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake.
I can fill you with real millionaire shit. That's cargo, my cargo, 160, swiftly. Wreck it by your new one. The crew run, your crew run. I know you sick of this name brand nigga with flows. Girl, stay heat, sweet like licorice. So get with this, nigga, it's easy. Girlfriend, here's a pin. Call me round 10, come through, have sex on rough, that's Persian.
Right.
Come up to your job, hit you while you're working, for certain. Papa freaking, not speaking, leave that ass leaking like rapper demo. Tell them who, take their clothes off slowly. Kill them with the force like Kobe, dick black like Kobe, watch me roam like Romy. Lucky they don't owe me, where to say, show me, homie.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so fake. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
Lunatic says, you know I'm busting a move. Don't bust a hip, Lunatic. Don't bust a hip in the time being. 2 Live Crew. Gosh, I forgot about them. Who was the other one? Naughty by Nature. I like Naughty by Nature. Oh, thank you, Cheese. I'll check it out. I never knew that they took something from another song. Although I did see this past week, what is her name? Ava Max. Ava Max actually has taken a lot of other older songs and used the same exact melody for her own. It was uncanny. When I heard it, I'm like, holy crap. I would have never known. Wu-Tang. I forgot about Wu-Tang. Okay, so the next song, if you're, it's a little spicy, I guess. If you know who Foxy Brown is, you know it's going to be a little spicy. But this was, I listened to Foxy Brown on repeat in college. So Foxy Brown next. I'll read the last two things from the 90s from that article, and then I will close with Matchbox 20. Yanni says, I can't headbang as much anymore. I'll get busy. I know, right? Oh my gosh. Craziness. All right, so here's Foxy.
That's right. That's right.
The Il Nana.
How we do? Yeah. Nana.
This is LB though.
Come on.
With a pop, brace yourself as I ride on top. Close your eyes as you ride, right out your side. Don't lose his mind as he grind in the tunnel. Wanna give me the cash he made off his last bundle? Nasty girl, won't pass me the world. I push the beat, not the backseat girl. Don't deep throat, cause see no she floats. Murder she wrote and keeps the heat close. Firm nigga, we post to be the illest on 3 coasts. Familiar, bigger than egos. Y'all Danny DeVito, small niggas. All I see is the penny ethers. That's all niggas. No shark in this year, raise the bigger. 15% make the whole world sit up and take notice. Now I take over. Y'all take quotas. Bye bye.
Get up the gate, y'all. We drop hits, but tell me how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing for sure. That's right, we drop hits. Tell me how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing for sure.
I'm too loud, nasty as I wanna be.
You don't shake your sassy ass in front of me. Before I take it there and tear your back out.
That shit ain't happened since the map was out. Lola Falana, dripped in Gabbana, 90s style, the finest style. Round the waist to fit, wanna taste the shit? Put me on a basin, throw your face in it. Fuck her. Nah, y'all can't touch her. My sex drive all night like a trucker. Let alone the skills I possess. And y'all gon' see by these mills I possess. Never settle for less. I'm in excess, not inexpensive. EVS to the till. That's just the way I'm built. Nasty, world class, still.
Get out the gate, y'all. We drop hits. Now tell me how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing for sure. That's right, we drop hits. Tell me how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing for sure. You can hold what I got, roll with the rock. Fella capo when the candy apple drop. Will tears fall in your ears if I don't stop? Can you throw it like a quarterback, third in the lot?
Dig me, I get you locked like Biggie with herb in the spot. Word midi, the cop and the giddy. I'm the bomb, Diggy, Panana, sexy brown thing. Madame, y'all, make them turn over from the full court pressure. The undresser and shit all over your asses. I ain't playing, knock it out at the weigh-ins. I'm saying, what's the sense in the layer? I'm trying to run G from the P to the AM. I saw your little thing, now I'm swaying, okay then.
Get out the gate, y'all. We drop hits. But tell me how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing for sure. That's right, we drop hits. Tell me how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing for sure.
Love that song. Love it. And I just saw Froggy said back in the 80s it was Debbie Gibson and Tiffany. Yes. I loved them. New Kids on the Block. Michael Jackson was my first cassette tape. Thriller was my first. I'm trying to think who else. Milli Vanilli, but we all know they were fakes. That was my first concert, was Milli Vanilli. There was just a lot. Joan Jett. I mean, just tons of different. Kenny Rogers. I was a huge fan of Kenny Rogers. Oh my gosh, Onyx. I forgot about Onyx. I almost added a song by, great, now I don't remember his name. He sings I Wish, and I just had it in the list. I just completely went blank. My brain went blank. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was. Anyways. Let me see. Rapper's Delight, Sugar Hill Gang. I saw the Cash Money Millionaires in concert not long ago. They were on tour with TLC, Salt and Pepper, or not TLC, Salt and Pepper. Is it LFO? I'm like having a blank. LFO. Then there was another one. Like my brain is not working all of a sudden. What was the group that Drew Lachey was in? I know some of you know. Skilo. Thank you, Lost Lily. Oh, and I see. Hey, Yue. Drew Lachey was in. What group was he in? Oh, I agree. Cheese Journey, Chicago. I really liked Rush too. "98 Degrees." Thank you. Foreigner. Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. I remember walking down our country road with my boom box on my shoulder, blaring that song. That is one of my favorite songs is Pour Some Sugar on Me. Guns N' Roses, I really liked. I liked a lot of different stuff. And then my best friend in high school loved country. I couldn't stand it. So, but I would get rides from her. So I didn't get my license till I was 18 because I just rode around with my friend. And she would be a country person. It did grow on me a little bit as I got older, but definitely like Tim McGraw. I liked Clint Black and John Michael Montgomery. John Michael Montgomery was like my favorite. Next to Kenny Rogers, who was when I was younger, but John Michael Montgomery was my favorite. I'm not rebellious. No. I was a little bit in college, like freshman year, like the second half of freshman year, and then sophomore year I pledged a sorority, so I guess you could say I was rebellious. That was interesting. And I remember, so there's Hell Week, which, you know, I was lucky in that they never asked me to recite the Greek alphabet because I didn't know it. Everybody else, all of my other pledge sisters knew what it was. I didn't. And I got lucky that they didn't ask me because I would have gotten it. And then during Hell Week, I don't know if it was because I was so tired or what. It just, all of a sudden, I was like, oh my gosh. I know the Greek alphabet. So I was like, great. Hopefully they ask me so I can show that I know it. And I never was asked. Teaching, I'm not going to answer that. But thanks for your question. I think I've shared too much. You know, when I first came on YouTube, I shared way too much. I'm sure somebody out there knows what it is. All right, y'all. Well, that is all I've got for you today. It was fun. And next week, I don't know what we're going to do next week. If you have any ideas, let me know. I know Cheese had mentioned trivia. You know what? We could try that Wheel of Fortune game. And I did ask for volunteers because I can have up to 3 people play, kind of like the real Wheel of Fortune. It's not Wheel of Fortune. It's called something. Anyways, I practiced it today, and it seems really cool. It's not as extravagant as like a video game Wheel of Fortune, but it gets the point across, and it's fun. So if anyone's interested, I know a couple of people had commented on my post. Let me know. We could try that out next week, or maybe we'll do Words on Stream over here, because it seems like the drama has left the building, which is cool with me. Cool with me. All right, y'all. Well, we are going to end this with Matchbox 20. And if you haven't hit that like, please do so on your way out. I would appreciate it. And if I don't see you on these YouTube streets, I know Pookie shared Sinner's link earlier. Definitely check it out. I heard there's some stuff going on that's very interesting, to say the least. The fact, well, B always lies. She's just lying more. And she's lying about things that are easily proven a lie. Which, I don't know. Anyways, she should know, but she clearly has too much smoke in her brain. So I'm going to end with Matchbox 20, Back to Good. Have a great rest of your night, day, morning, wherever you are. And until next time, y'all, I will see you on the flip side.
It's nothing, it's so normal. You just stand there. I could say so much, but I don't go there 'cause I don't want to. But I was thinking if you were lonely, maybe we could leave here and no one would know. At least not to the point that we would think so. And everyone here knows everyone here is thinking about somebody else. Well, it's best if we all keep this under our heads. But I couldn't tell if anyone here was feeling the way I do. But I'm lonely now, and I don't know how to get it back so good. This don't mean that you own me well. This ain't no good. In fact, it's phony as hell. Yeah, but things worked out just like you wanted to. If you see me out, you don't know me. Try to turn your head, try to give me some room. I'll figure out just what I'm gonna do. 'Cause everyone here hates everyone here for doing just like they do. And it's best if we all keep this quiet instead. And I couldn't tell why why everyone here was doing me like they do. But I'm sorry now.